Okay, so we're just taking this 4 tree down. Pretty simple tree, plenty of room down below. We're going to have to drive up in the truck and chip on that little trail there. So I've had the 540 Husqvarna about, I don't know, a week or so now. Hasn't done a lot of work, it's still running in. So I'll just do some cutting so you can get a look. I'll just strip some limbs out. Now, one of the important things for me about a climbing saw is that it's fast cutting. So I can cut through the branches fast before they rip and tear out of the stub, which gives me the ability to steer them or even point them in the direction that I want them to face, if that be the case. So just to make it easier on the guys when they're chipping, I'll turn some of these around. You'll see what I mean. So if I had a slow cutting saw, this branch would tear out before I got right the way through the cut, and it'd go the wrong way. You see? You like that? Which is rubbish. That was one of my gripes with the 201T by Still, was that it just wasn't responsive enough. The throttle response wasn't quick enough, and the saw just didn't cut quick enough. So I know people talk about one handling is bad and all that, but you know, it really is just the reality of working against the clock. You know. Because as silly as it sounds, when I'm dumping all this tree down just by facing the limbs the right way, it's going to save a lot of work for the guys when they get round to this tree. So it's the last little 20 foot of limbs, 25 foot. But like I was saying before, the cutting speed is really imperative in getting things to land where you want. You know, if you don't give a fuck and you're one of them climbers that just thinks about one tree at a time and just get it down mentality and worry about it later, then I suppose it wouldn't matter. But you know, it's when you're working with a team and you're trying to make it easy on each other, like I say, the cutting speed allows me to steer these branches a lot easier and safer. I just have to be disciplined, watch for kickback in between the limbs, and make sure there's a good distance between my hand and the saw. I'm not saying one handling is right, I'm not telling anybody to do it, but I'm just saying it's the reality of the job for some people. down there. Fuck, it's a good job I seen that. I was just about to dump the top. Oh, I'll leave a few of these front limbs off, take the ones off the back, even though it's leaning this way and this, the wind's blowing the wrong way. I should be able to push it down. That should do it. I've got a backpack on too with all my climb line in, which I'm looking forward to throwing down because there's nobody to free me line if I got it snagged, so be looking forward to unloading this fucker. But to just test the sights on the saw, not that you'll be able to tell, but I'll go for that that corner further to try and keep it away from the cedar. The cedar don't matter that much, but that's about 8 foot, an 8 foot chunk. It's a 16-inch bar on this saw, in case you're wondering. It's another 8 footer maybe, 8 foot. This one's a bit bigger. So yeah, step cut or bypass cut. It just took a little bit of pushing that time. I'd like to get 2 hands on it now. that's about 16 inch. And it cut through it pretty comfortably. So those cuts weren't as good as the last ones. You probably can't tell, but I can from here. But they're not so bad that it's a problem. Should go easy enough. Okay, just stand in front of that log there, Bob. Just so I can get just here, just anywhere there, just so I can get some perspective on these logs that we just chunked down, because I've had it on a wide angle view, so and I've switched it to normal, so I just want to get some perspective and see how it looks. So I've gone to 90 degrees now view on here. Just stop where you are, mate. Yeah, suck your belly in, yeah. So that's about 12 foot, I would say, wouldn't you? Yeah. Just put the saw on top, can you? Great. Right, cheers, Bob. Okay, so back to wide angle view again. Don't know if you've noticed this little attachment here. It's really handy just for hooking the saw up when you're working. And like I say, I've got no complaints. You know, first couple of days it was a little bit hit and miss as it was getting warmed up, but now it seems to warm up quicker as I put more hours on the saw. This is just the standard chain that came with it as well. It's sort of some kind of anti-kickback chain, I think, which is not very good. But I like the saw, I like the way it's weighted. You know, it's not super lightweight, but it's fucking easy manageable, you know, and it's compact. There's very little to snag anywhere. You know, it feels solid. The plastic even feels solid. So I look forward to using it more and see how it carries on over the next year or so, however long, you know, a couple of years. I hope it lasts.